Welcome, my friends. Welcome to this space, a space for honesty, for vulnerability, and for understanding. Here, we create a sanctuary where voices that are often marginalized can be heard and celebrated. Today, we delve into a conversation that is as vital as it is often silenced, the unique and often unseen struggles of women of color in the spotlight. These conversations are not just important, they are essential for fostering a more inclusive and empathetic world. We see them, these incredible women, gracing our screens, leading movements and shattering glass ceilings. Their presence is a beacon of hope and a source of inspiration for many. They are a testament to resilience, to grace, and to the power of representation. Their stories remind us of the strength that lies within diversity and the beauty of different perspectives. Yet behind their radiant smiles and unwavering strength lies a story often untold. A story of silent battles fought and unseen scars carried. These are the stories that need to be brought to light, for they hold the key to true understanding and change. These women navigate a world that scrutinizes their every move, judges their every word, and often weaponizes their very identities against them. The pressure they face is immense, and the stakes are high. They carry the weight of representation on their shoulders, the hopes and dreams of countless others looking up to them, while simultaneously battling systemic biases and prejudices that seek to diminish their light. Their journey is one of both triumph and tribulation. Today we listen, we learn, we open our hearts and minds to the experiences of these remarkable women. We amplify their voices and stand in solidarity, for it is in understanding their struggles that we can begin to dismantle the systems that perpetuate them. Together, we can create a world where every woman, regardless of her background, has a seat at the table. Imagine for a moment carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, the immense pressure, the constant scrutiny, and the unending expectations. The pressure to be perfect, to never falter, to represent not just yourself, but an entire community. It's a burden that many cannot even begin to fathom. This is the reality for many women of color in the public eye. They are constantly under the microscope, their every move analyzed and critiqued. They face a unique and insidious form of scrutiny, one that intersects with their race, gender, and often their very existence as a challenge to the status quo. This scrutiny is relentless and often unforgiving. Every misstep is magnified, every tear scrutinized, every word dissected for any hint of vulnerability that could be used to discredit or diminish them. The pressure is immense and unyielding. The expectation to be strong, to never show weakness, becomes a double-edged sword. It demands perfection while denying humanity. It creates a facade of invincibility while simultaneously silencing their voices and invalidating their very real human experiences. This facade is both a shield and a prison. This pressure to conform, to fit into a mold that was never designed for them, takes a toll, leaving them feeling isolated, misunderstood, and deeply alone. The weight of these expectations can be crushing, yet they continue to rise, showing resilience and strength in the face of adversity. Let us turn our attention to a woman who embodies both the triumphs and tribulations of this experience, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. Her journey, from actress to royalty, has been one under constant scrutiny, her every move dissected and debated by the global media. From the moment her relationship with Prince Harry became public, Meghan faced a barrage of criticism, much of it laced with thinly veiled racism and xenophobia. She was labelled as difficult, demanding, and too outspoken. Labels often levied against women, particularly women of colour, who dare to defy expectations and assert their own agency. The British tabloids, notorious for their ruthless pursuit of sensationalism, hounded her relentlessly, publishing invasive stories about her family, her upbringing, and even her unborn child. This relentless negativity, fueled by a toxic mix of racism and sexism, created a hostile and isolating environment for Meghan. The pressure on women of color to be flawless is immense. They are expected to be articulate, intelligent, and successful, yet not too successful, lest they be perceived as a threat. They are expected to be strong and resilient, yet not too angry or outspoken, lest they be labeled as aggressive or ungrateful. This impossible standard of perfection takes a toll on their mental and emotional well-being. The constant scrutiny, the microaggressions, the feeling of never being enough, it all chips away at their self-esteem and sense of self-worth. For Meghan, this pressure manifested in anxiety, panic attacks, and suicidal thoughts, a stark reminder of the human cost of relentless public scrutiny and systemic oppression. Her willingness to speak candidly about her mental health struggles was a watershed moment, breaking down barriers and encouraging others to seek help without shame. Section 5. Behind the smile. We see the smiles, the perfectly styled hair, the graceful demeanor. These are the images that the world often sees and celebrates. But what lies beneath the surface? What thoughts and emotions are hidden behind those smiles? What silent battles are being fought behind closed doors? The struggles that are rarely spoken of, yet deeply felt. For women of color in the spotlight, maintaining composure in the face of adversity becomes second nature. They're often expected to be pillars of strength. They learn to mask their pain, to silence their voices, and to present a picture of strength and resilience, even when their spirits are weary. This facade becomes a part of their daily existence. This constant code switching, this emotional labor of navigating a world that often feels hostile and unwelcoming, takes a toll. It is a burden that is carried silently, yet heavily. It can lead to feelings of isolation, anxiety, depression, and a sense of disconnect from one's true self. The emotional weight can be overwhelming. Meghan's story is a testament to the strength and resilience of women of color, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the emotional labor and mental toll that comes with navigating a world that often seeks to silence and diminish them. Her journey highlights the need for greater understanding and empathy. Section 6. The burden of silence. The burden of silence is heavy. For too long, women of color have been told to grin and bear it, to suffer in silence, to not make a fuss. But silence is not golden, it is stifling, isolating, and ultimately harmful. When we silence our pain, we deny ourselves the opportunity to heal. When we pretend that everything is fine, we perpetuate a culture of shame and stigma around mental health. And when we fail to speak out against injustice, we become complicit in our own oppression. Meghan's decision to break her silence, to speak her truth, was an act of courage and defiance. It was a refusal to be silenced, a reclaiming of her narrative, and a powerful reminder that our voices have the power to dismantle systems of oppression. Section 7. Rising above the fray. Despite the relentless negativity and scrutiny, Meghan has remained true to herself. She has used her platform to advocate for causes she believes in, to challenge the status quo, and to amplify the voices of the marginalized. Her resilience is a testament to the strength that lies within her, a strength that is rooted in her identity, her heritage, and her unwavering belief in the power of hope and change. She has shown the world that it is possible to rise above the fray, to break free from the constraints of societal expectations, and to live a life that is authentic and true to oneself. Her journey is an inspiration to us all, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can choose to lead with love, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. Section 8. The power of authenticity. Authenticity is a radical act. In a world that often demands conformity, embracing our true selves, flaws and all, is a revolutionary act of self-love and liberation. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to show up as our authentic selves, we give others permission to do the same. We create a space for connection, for empathy, and for understanding. Meghan's vulnerability, her willingness to share her story, has resonated with millions around the world. Her authenticity has been a beacon of hope, a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, and that our stories have the power to heal and inspire. Section 9. A call to action. It is time to break the silence. It is time to dismantle the systems that perpetuate inequality and discrimination. And it is time to create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued for who they truly are. Let us commit to listening to and believing women of colour. Let us challenge our own biases and prejudices, and let us work together to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Start by checking in on the women of colour in your life. Ask them how they are doing, really doing. Listen with an open heart and an open mind, and let them know that they are not alone. Section 10. Thank you for joining the conversation. Thank you for joining me today for this important conversation. Remember, your mental health matters, your voice matters, and your story has the power to change the world. Please share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Let us continue this conversation, lift each other up, and work together to create a brighter, more equitable future for all. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends and family. Let's spread the message of hope, healing, and empowerment far and wide.